Oh yeah, my dad's had a lot of Mustangs since I was little, so I've always been in sort of the car worlds. I was dad and his dad have always been in it. So ever since I was born, I was always living around engines. So it was just something that naturally come with me. The exhilaration and all the force and the adrenaline that runs through when you're on track, it's nothing like any other sport.
I do it for the love, yes I do. So you don't care about the money, well yes it's true.
My name is Clemente and I race for Excel Australia under the team of Dave Burns.
Less to me, only thing I ever could need is a Sarah B sample with a dope ass beat and get some.
I started in karts in 2008, so I did that for quite a few years. That was a lot more amateur, you can say, towards the Excels, so I'm racing on much bigger circuits, more popular circuits and all that sort of stuff. This is actually my second year in the category, the first year underneath Excel Racing Australia, and it's been a really good start to the year. We've had Dave do lots of good work to the car, and we've really improved this year, so it's really good to have them on board, and all my sponsors really help out, so it's been a really good year so far. Yeah, so I just got told by the engineer Dave that turn one I have to approach that a little bit of a different set. Hopefully we can push a little bit harder through there, which gives me a better run through turn two, and we can pick up the lap speed a little bit higher. So Adam Bywater actually won the first race down at Sandown a few months ago, so he's a really good guy and he's really fast, so he's our benchmark. So if we can get towards him and then push towards a good setup and a good car, we can maybe get the position for number one. There's 53 this weekend, so it's actually a massive category. The group capacity is 56, and we're the biggest class here, and we have been the biggest class for over a year now, so it's going to be good. Hopefully we're going to start at the back because there's going to be a lot of cars to get through, but we're all looking forward to it. Yeah, so this is our second race car. We built this with Dave Burns, but before when we first jumped into the category, we didn't really know anyone. So me and Dad decided why not, we'll build our own race car and see how it goes. So that was a really good start. We learned a lot from that. Always building our own car, you get to learn a lot of the insides that you wouldn't get when you just buy a race car setup. So we had a good learning curve. We understand a lot about the car now. So we've got good history, we've got some good knowledge about it. So hopefully we can go well with it. We've only just had one practice so far today. So it was first session was about half an hour ago. It was quite greasy out there. It's actually my first time in the car since the last race about 3 months ago. So I was a little bit rusty, had a few big moments through turn one and over Lukey Heights. A little bit risky, but no. Should push a lot harder for the next session. Hopefully we can get a good time out, get some good feedback and bring the car towards the race setup. Oh yeah, so at the end of yesterday, we found out we had a few camber issues with the suspension. They fell out a little bit, so ultimately it slowed us down. So overnight and during the morning, we fixed it all up, made it all nice and straight. So hopefully that works for qualifying. We can get out there and get some good laps and then hopefully put on P1 for qualifying. A little bit nervous as normal, but the sun's shining and it's not as wet as yesterday, so it's always a good thing. I've got a plan of attack for qualifying. Hopefully it works and hopefully we can qualify first. We ended up in P2. The changes we made overnight definitely helped, but we still got a little bit more to gain. But congratulations to Jay, he got first. Hopefully we can get him in the next race. Yeah, a little bit on my behalf. I still got to fix up a few of the corners to make sure I'm getting them all right. I know the car's got it, I know I can do it. I just got to put it all together and hopefully we can get what we need. Okay, so I had a bad start. I dropped the position off. In the first few laps, we had a good battle between Adam Bywater and Jay Rodbotham. But on lap 3, coming into turn 1 on the exit, Adam just dropped the rear left wheel off the curb and he's ran on some marbles, so he's lost control. And as he's lost control back onto the track, he's just clipped the rear left of my car. So we've got a little bit of damage. His car's a lot worse, so we should be able to fix it. There are boys working all night, so if we get to the right parts, and as long as there's no chassis damage, that's the big part. It looks to be okay, but it's the real damage what's underneath. But hopefully we get it back out there, and hopefully we can come back tomorrow.
Players go to 6 p.m. this evening, reopen at 7 p.m. in the morning. Work required to be done. Thank you.
Hey, good morning from Phillip Island. It's Dave from XL Racing Australia. So, as most of you know, if you follow our social media page, we had a bit of an issue yesterday with Mikey's car. So Mikey got a bit of a tap into turn 1 yesterday. Actual contact happened at 166 kilometres an hour, so one of the fastest bits of the track. And what we had to do last night was the crew had to get the car back, make an assessment and rebuild it for this morning. So I'll just take you through a little bit of what we did. So on the ground here you can see where the main damage was. We had a bit of a hit with the wheel, and unfortunately what happened was the spindle, you can see, is broken apart. Although the car doesn't look as nice as it did yesterday. Everything's straight, everything's in position. A little bit of panel work that we're going to have to do after the race meeting, but nothing we couldn't fix with race tape to get him back out.
Okay, as you can just see, Dave Byrne, they fixed the car last night, worked back, got it all right. But what we did this morning is we did a bit of a test run around the pit area. Sometimes at race meetings they'll allow a discretionary practice where you can actually get quickly out on the track before the racing starts and just do a lap or so to make sure the car's good. But this morning the time didn't allow, so we've done a discretionary sort of drive through the pit area carefully, quietly. You can't go too fast, there's people about, so you're going to stick down to about 10 k's. But you can actually check that the brakes work, the rest of the car feels good, and make sure that it's safe to go out on the track.
Yeah, I feel not bad about it. We are starting in 50th position, so it's a long way back, but it's a short race to come through. My goal is just to pass as many cars as I can in the safest way possible, have no more damage for the car. I really hope we can get inside the top 20. If we can get around there, that'd be really good, because then we have the third race to push through a little bit more and see if we can finish on the podium by the end of the day. Yeah, no, I trust the car 100%. I know Dave Burns and all the boys, they worked their hearts out last night. They did a lot of work to finish it all up, and I undoubtedly know that the car's going to be perfect, if not even better than how it's been previously. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we can do some real good laps and pass a lot of cars. So I started right at the back obviously, but I had a really bad start. I couldn't see the lights, so I just basically went when all the cars in front of me went. So even though I got a bad start, I still managed to pick up a few on the first corner. What was going through my head, I didn't want to make any contact, damage the car anymore, so all my passes had to be perfectly clean. So I did that to the best of my ability, and I think I did alright. I didn't hit anyone. So yeah, we started 50th, and I think I came 19th. And we had 2 laps of safety cars, so in 4 laps here we got just over 30 cars. So that's really cool. Hopefully we can do a little bit better in the final, and we've got more.
First place getter, Jalen Rodbotham. Well done. Thank you. Congratulations. Second was Michael Clemente. Michael, congratulations. Well done.
I'd just like to give a massive thanks to Dad and Dave Burns from Exile Racing Australia. We really turned this weekend around. We weren't looking very good at the start, but we pulled off a really good result. So just a massive thank you to you guys. Everyone just helped out across the whole weekend. Thank you heaps. My sponsors, VATtrack Oils, Burger Barrage, Melton Furniture and Bedding. Just a massive thank you to everyone. It was really good support. I had a really good weekend.
No, he's passed 40. No, he's passed 48 cars. 48 cars in total.
Alright, so yeah, at the start of the race, off in 25th position, I had a good start. I made up a few, and then it just went on from there. Just picked one off by one, and my main focus wasn't to hit anyone, just to get the pass done cleanly. I actually thought I didn't know I was in second up until the checkered flag came down, because I thought there was a whole lot of cars in front. So once I saw that I was in second, I was over the moon. I had no idea.
Yeah, so this weekend's been a pretty big weekend for us. I guess we've had some ups and downs over the course of the weekend. Unfortunately, Mikey got taken out in the first race, which put us right to the back of the grid. Whenever you fix a car and it's been sustained some damage, you don't know how good it's going to be coming out. So from Mikey coming off the back of the grid this morning, Mikey was showing he's got the pace. He almost got the lap record. Jay snuck it in at the end there. We found close to 2 seconds in the combination of the car and the driver. And I'm pretty confident we're going to see some really good things from Mikey, not just here, but going forward through the course of the year. So well done, mate.
Woo! Hey. I do it for the love, yes I do. So you don't care about the money, well yes it's true. And I'm so blessed to be fulfilling my destiny. All material things could mean less to me. Only thing I ever could need is a Sarah B sample with a dope ass beat. And get the mic check, all the levels right,